Hello everybody and welcome back to Giants Island. This is the multiplayer map which we're doing, and it has been some time since the previous episode, so I think it is about time I actually returned this series. And yeah, there is what looks to be a fertiliser pallet at the bottom of the sea. Well, actually we're at the bottom of the sea as well, but it was just a bit of a fun day out really. I just thought, let's go and take the tractor out for a bit of a swim. We now need to get out of the sea to go and do some proper work. This could be troublesome. Come on, keep climbing, Matthew Ferguson. Oh yes, you quote realism is key as many times as you want to. There we go. We are out of the water. Where are we? Slowly coming. There we are. We have emerged from the depths of the ocean. Right. We're out on the beach. We now need to go and do this field here. As you can see, somebody has in the past cut this grass. This was probably about a month ago because the server has been offline for a month. But yep, it's back for the time being, well certainly for today, and we're going to continue the work here. Many deck chairs on the beach. So basically, I just want to load up at least one trailer here with this grass, just to try and neaten it up a bit. I'm sure somebody else will finish off the job later. But because I haven't really played on this map at all recently, I don't really know the situation. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't even know how many fields we own. So I really do have to look into this. Tommy's Gaming requires some help with the harvest. That could be a fun thing to do. Just depends if anybody else takes over before we get there, which isn't very likely actually, because there's only about 6 people in the server. Oh wow, that is really pulling the tractor back. It's almost full. This must have been mowed with a very big machine. We can't even get up here. Almost made it to the top. 3% more and we're full. The buzzer is sounding. There we go. Right, that's going to give us much more horsepower to the transmission. So, where we need to go with this is basically to the BGA, which is within all those trees over there. You can see to the right of the tractor. That's where we're heading to. Nobody else has joined. The reason for this is because I've just secretly put it back online the server without anybody knowing. And it's actually quite surprising that seven other people have found it, because it is password protected as well. I did actually remove the Holmer DLC, not because it's a bad DLC or pack. It's actually not the whole DLC. It's like an additional part to it, because some of the machines from the DLC are in Farming Simulator 17 as standard. So yeah, it just adds a bit more. But I have removed that just because we have way too much machinery, and it should make the server run a little bit more smoothly. Anyway, here we are. Let's tip our load. Now, which is the best pit to put it in? Wow, everything has been sold. So basically we can put it in anywhere. Oh, there's a tiny bit in the end there. Right. Let's harvest field 23. Off we go. I think, yeah, it might be a good idea to leave this Bergman here, because the chances are it is going to be used for this kind of job, just going between this yard and a field. So taking it back to the main yard is pretty pointless. There we go. But we are going to stick with the Massey Ferguson today. Fantastic tractor. And I have been holding off using them quite a bit, because I know that a lot of people don't like it when I repeat using the same tractor a lot. And as you'll probably know, Massey Ferguson is pretty much my favourite brand. So yeah, I think it's about time I did use them again. Anyway, yes, let's try and take a shortcut. I reckon this is a shortcut here. Back to the yard. And very soon we should be able to buy another field, but the field's very expensive. So even if we can afford one, it won't be very big. Yeah, look at this, straight to the yard. Okay, so I've just looked at the map and field 23 is actually not our field. So, yeah, that won't really be possible unless we buy it. We could buy it. I'll head over there and just see. Apparently, as well, the yard is a bit of a mess, so we could have a bit of a tidying up session here. Plus, we do have animals, so they need to be sorted out too. Right, which is field 23? This one. Oh yeah, Tommy's Gaming wants to harvest it, but we don't own it. 1 second. Here we go. Can we afford it? Yes, we can. There we go. Straight in there. Getting the crop harvested. Bit of spraying going on over there. Honestly, I do prefer it when the server is not that busy, because it can get a bit hectic, but the reason why I've got it to 16 slots is because it's a bit unfair. Having the potential of having more people in the server but then not letting them, just because it's more fun with fewer people. So it has to be 16 really. But, yeah, it's not too much of a mess here. How are the animals doing? Are they okay? Let's just see. Yeah, pretty good. The cows are lacking straw, but otherwise, things are going well. Cleanliness, obviously, is not good. But table manners could be a good mod to have on here. Ross says, surprisingly, I'm over in the Midwest USA, and I'm not getting very much lag. That is good, because this server is actually based in London. It's a long way to travel. That is a very big distance. Right, so yes, I'm going to most likely do some carting. Right, so Ross has just taken the JCB, as you can see up there, to the harvester to unload. Meanwhile, because we're surplus to requirement, I'm going to go over to our postage stamp of a field, which is field number 29, and get it harvested. That is sugar beet. It is a very small field. It is literally going to take a minute to do. Seriously. So the server probably won't be online a great deal because of abuse which it gets. However, there is this very neat mod which has been recently published on ModHub, and it actually prevents tractors from being thrown into the water to be out of reach. The tractors can still enter the water, as we saw at the beginning of this episode, but you can still drive them. So if someone throws a tractor in there, you can just simply drive it out again. The joke is on the fool that did it. Anyway, this here is the field. It actually looks like it's a grass field, but it is sugar beet. And this sugar beet harvester has got 50 genuine hours on it. Very impressive. Yeah, this postage stamp of a field actually cost us in the region of, I think it was about £25,000. So, not cheap. There's absolutely no point doing the headlands, we might as well just go for it. Just get it done. We'll see what we can get out of it. I'll try and follow the rows as much as possible, because obviously you wouldn't tend to go across, you'd go with the row. Try and reply to everybody as much as possible. I can remember before, about a month ago, when I did the previous episode, a lot of people said, why don't you ever reply to people in the game? They're speaking to you. I honestly do try to, but when you're making a video, you don't really... When you're trying to think of other stuff to say, you don't really think about reading the other comments, which it does seem harsh, but honestly, it's harder than it looks. I'll try and read as many as possible. I think Ross is actually coming over here to unload us. Obviously, there isn't going to be a great deal here. Okay, I might have been a bit optimistic with the 1 minute thing, but as you can tell, it's going to be less than 5 minutes to harvest this. Very quick. Yeah, nobody on the way yet. but we're only 19% full. Yeah, someone's really done a good go at all this mowing here. Everything has been cut but not collected. And because that forage wagon fills up so quickly, it takes forever to move it all. It is actually easier in multiplayer to use a forage harvester and then have other players going alongside with the traction trailer. Then you can throw the grass straight into there. That's a quicker approach. Yeah, maybe this field should just be something else instead of sugar beet, but I suppose in its own way it's quite a nice little unique field. What could it be though? It wouldn't want to be grass because that's just a waste of land. I'm not sure. Right, everybody else is staying around the yard. That is fair enough. Keep out the way of Daggerwin. Do I smell something? I'm not sure. Will this fit in? Yeah, look at that. Pretty good. So yes, this is a Holman machine. Wow, someone is joining. That's amazing. This is a Holman machine which was in the DLC in FS15. It is a standard in 17. But they didn't add every part of the DLC in 17 like I explained earlier. That is why there is technically still part of the free DLC which you can add into the game. Making a right mess of this. Bob has joined. Oh, what is this? Rush hour? I think what might be happening here is because more players are joining, the server is showing up easier on the server list, so it means it's shown to more people. That way more people join. And this should finish it off. Right, nobody has come this way, but that is fine. I think actually, just across the road there, that is another sugar beet field, which does need to be done. A tractor without a trailer. It's the productive way. Good, let's turn this off. Oh, it's Ross. Oh, okay, so it's actually sunflowers and not sugar beet. I don't do enough sunflowers. We should do some more stuff with them. But that was just a quick little harvest I wanted to do. This header should fold up. There we go. Still though, that was almost 20,000 litres of sugar beet. Someone had clearly been spraying this because we've still got the 3-stage spraying mode switched on, which means everybody has to be very active with the sprayer. And of course we do still have the placeable seed and fertiliser refill point. That's over at the store, so we don't have to get any pallets anymore. Now, is it possible to unload straight into the hopper over here? Someone's tipped in the middle of the yard. Let's just see. Well, it's going somewhere. Oh no, it's not. It isn't going anywhere. We need to put this into a trailer. Right. That is going to be easier. We have a fence 724 with a very small Brantner trailer, but that doesn't matter at all. We can simply just go and tip. Watch the rapid fill. That is so fast. And yes, it's the pigs that require sugar beet, but I don't think they require anything at the moment, so we can just simply tip it in here. Ross is doing the rest. Good work. Sugar beet is not accepted here. Fair enough. In that case, what we need to do is sell it. We don't really need it. We'll head over to the store and see what we can get for it. I need to go this way anyway because I think there might be an abandoned front loader with a bucket, possibly. because initially I did have the automatic reset, or the reset mode open to everybody, but I'm going to turn it off because I don't think it needs to be switched on to everybody. What would happen is some oaf would join the server and they would just start resetting everybody's implements, so someone could be ploughing and then they just go and reset the plough. Luckily that doesn't work with tractors. If it's in use, it doesn't let you reset it. Oh yeah, look at that money. Oh yeah, look at that. It's rocketing. We got an impressive, what was it, about £1,000, £2,000 maybe maximum. Nothing good. Ross could have done it all for us anyway. Yeah, where's the front loader? Maybe I reset it. Possibly. Something I would love to do is jump into the Challenger if it's not in use, because I very rarely use it. We do have cultivating to do, seeding to do, ploughing to do, among other things, but we don't necessarily need a Challenger for the other jobs. And we could buy some more livestock too. So much stuff we could do here. Yeah, the grain in the middle of the yard is a bit of a mess, but that won't be too hard to clear up. I'll put this back. Ah, yes, the Challenger is here. That can go there. Okay. I'm surprised nobody has taken the Challenger. I always thought it was the most desirable vehicle. It is a bit dirty though. So yeah, I think what we should do is go and quickly cultivate field 29, so it's, well, at least it's almost ready to seed again. And then if there's any other fields that need to be done, we can do them too. I thought somebody was actually using that sprayer, but it turns out someone's just unfolded it all and then just left it there. It could have been when the server crashed, because it does crash quite often, so yeah, that would explain that. I do need to save it more often. It automatically saves every 15 minutes, which is good, very good. And to all you time-wasting trolls, I don't think there's too many of you, but just a few of you, I can very easily just revert the server back if you mess the server up. It takes like 3 seconds to do. Okay, here we are. Whoa, look at these baby trees. I've never noticed them before. So this is going to be easy. Bit of in-cab view is needed. That's good. Yes, I think this would win the award for the smallest field. The smallest arable field. If it was just grass, it would make sense. In fact, if it was just grass, it would blend in and you would never even know it was here. One thing you can do, which actually is quite a good idea, is to plough some of this grass in and expand the field boundaries. Because seriously, this field is so small, it's hardly even worth having. Just a tiny bit left here, we'll finish it off. And Ross is here with a seeder. I believe it's going to be sugar beet again, which is fine. Doesn't really make a difference in Farming Simulator. I suppose actually it could be maize with that seed drill he's got there, that planter. We'll just have to see what he decides to go with. In fact, we can see very easily just by checking this map. It is going to be sugar beet. Oh yes, lots of sugar beet. That's us done. Back we go. I should really check and see how many people are in the server. So we have got 7 people, including me, including someone from Portugal. Interesting to see. I think this field needs to be cultivated too. Just blast through this job as well. Oh, that is so annoying when the header does that. I usually just reset it. Yeah. Reset the trailer and reset the header. Problem solved. Oh, I thought this field was smaller. It's actually quite a long field. It goes back a long way. I probably mentioned this before, but all of these fields were kind of here in FS08. This map is based on 09. Basically, the 09 map was just expanded from the 08 map. The island is pretty much the same, just a different layout with the fields, and also the area you see at the top of the map, where fields number 1, 2 and 3 are, that area is basically new. The layout was there, but none of the fields were there. It was essentially just a load of grass with one field of wheat which was full of boulders, which was really frustrating. You couldn't harvest it because the boulders are in the way. I think the idea was you had to get the snow blade, the dozer blade thing, push the boulders out first of all, and then harvest it. It's just obviously you'll be driving through the crop, which didn't really work. Ah, we have another seeder here. That is the Lemkin Solitaire. That's a big one. That is probably wider than this cultivator. Oh, it's Ross. So Ross has already planted the sugar beet. That was quick. Yeah, don't crash, server. We have a joiner. For those of you who are tracking my schedule, it would have been Wexcombe Manor Farm today. It's just I thought the multiplayer would be quite a fun thing to do instead, because obviously there hasn't been an episode for, well, it's got to be a month. Must be. It's going to be wheat, this field. Going well? I think the updating of the ground texture has been improved, because obviously we just had that recent patch. Basically, in FS17, as you'll probably have seen in my videos, and you've no doubt experienced it for yourself when playing in a multiplayer server, the ground texture doesn't always update straight away. Like, I would be going over here, and then it would still be showing stubble, but then it would just ping, and it would be cultivated. As you can see, it's now in real time, so I'm pretty sure this has been patched. I did have a quick skim read of the changelog, but it was a very quick skim read, so I could have very easily missed it. Unless it's been changed for some time. Maybe it was in the patch before this one. I think after this job we should probably go and see how many animals we've actually got, because yeah, you don't want to buy too many because they do reproduce eventually, especially the pigs, but you need to have enough for them to reproduce at a decent rate. I don't even know if we've got any pigs. Yes, we probably should buy some pigs. I'll take a look in a second. Let's just spin round. No, I do like the Challenger, but it can be quite hard to steer. The steering wheel definitely helps. That really does show how many people like to use this tractor though. 138 hours. That's genuine hours. That is how long it has been used in this server. When you think about it, the sugar beet harvest was about 50. So yeah, that is a lot. Someone is joining. Again. That's a fairly annoying width. We need a really small cultivator just to finish it off. If this bit doesn't get planted... Okay, it is. Then I was going to say we could just go back where we've just been. In fact, we might have to cultivate some of the seed back in again. Otherwise, we'll be cultivating the grass. You know what? I think we're okay. We can just get this done without having to disrupt the seed. But no, that is the job almost completed. Next job, buy some pigs. Job done. Let's get it folded up. Now, I don't think we're going to need to use the Challenger again today. So let's just put it back. In fact, this could be a good place for it, in this shed. This is a placeable shed. Providing it doesn't create any more lag, we could buy some more placeable sheds. They are very handy. Unless, actually, it looks to be laid out so well, that could be standard. I'm not sure, because the grass isn't growing underneath it. Yes, I would say this is standard in the updated version of the map. Good. That is a tight squeeze. How many sheep? No, how many pigs do we have? But also, how many sheep do we have? Pigs, 0. Sheep, 17. And cows, 19. Definitely pigs. Let's get a good tractor to tow the trailer with. I'm looking around. I'm seeing good tractors, but they're not big enough. I suppose they are. Oh yeah, go with this one. The T6. Now the pigs are actually quite a long way from this yard. They're the other side of the map. So, in fact, they couldn't be further from the buy point, from the livestock market. We've got quite a trek to do. So we definitely have to fill the trailer, which is easy to do. I've just noticed somebody has been so good as to clean up the mess. There was that pile of grain. It is now gone. So thank you, whoever it was in the server. I totally missed it. The Joskin Betty Max. That is the trailer we're using. Actually, there is a bigger one which I have never used. Never at all. Which I probably should get because this map is quite big and it is justifiable. And I do want to see it anyway. Field 3. Plough to cultivate, please. Which is field 3? It's behind all the writing. Oh no, it's not. It's up there. Where are we going to? But for today, we're going to have to use this trailer. Because that would be an even longer journey. Going back to the store to buy a bigger trailer. Which is possibly only towable with a dolly. Or a lorry. And then coming back to here and then going back over to the pigs. So that would be a very long way to go. I'm even being quoted realism is key in the video, so maybe they know that I was messing about in the sea. Maybe. Whenever I do something unrealistic, I always get quoted my slogan. Always. So what could be happening here? We have got a mess and a good harvest going on. Let's just move this out of the way. I don't know why it's been dumped like this. Although, it is fun to annoy the traffic, so it's not all bad. The livestock market is just here. The Emerson's livestock market, the same one which is in Goldcrest Valley. Now, we do... Oh, why am I reversing? That is so weird. It does that from time to time. Pigs, yes, we need to buy quite a lot. like I was about to say, the prices are standard here. I don't have the updated mod for them, so it is pricey. This is why they really need to reproduce rather than we have to keep buying them. Tommy's Gaming just rejoined, not sure why, but maybe there was a bit of an issue at his end. Whoa, I'm being distracted. So we have pigs in the back. There they are. Happy things. They've been colour coordinated. And I think actually, to get to the pig farm, it's easy to go left from here, which I very rarely do. Yes. There's probably not much in it, but we're going to go left anyway. Oh, I got stuck behind a car. It's funny how in real life, some people complain and say, oh, I'm stuck behind a tractor. But in Farming Simulator, the tractors complain they're stuck behind a car. It's all opposite. Yes, in FS08 there used to be a barrier across here somewhere. It would be the end of the road. Plus there was a bridge which was sort of under construction, which was quite a fun feature. That could still be in this map, I'm not sure. It was like a link between the island and another place. No, I think they got rid of it. It was near the store. There is the... No, that's not the brewery, is it? No, it's the mill. The pig farm is up here. Quite a lot of sightseeing points around here. I actually think that the map in Farming Simulator 11 is actually quite similar to this one. I think it is loosely based on it, when you look at it from the above view. When you're playing on it, not so much. But if you know where I'm talking about, when you stood in the yard, if you go, I don't know which way it would be, basically towards the sheep, or the cows, and then turn right up there, that kind of area, that feels like this map. But you probably don't know where I'm talking about. This is where we need to be. There are the pigsties, the feed trough, which has been filled up already, the water, and this is where we unload them. Unload. So we have 9 pigs. That is okay. So I think it was, yes, they were lacking, the cows were lacking straw, the pigs have got everything, and, well, the sheep are just okay. They're just, you know, they're on tick over. I think the best thing to do now is to head back to the main yard. Is there a shortcut from here? Kind of. Yeah, if we go out of here, this is a shortcut. Dagger, do you want me to put the grass that I picked up in the silage pit or feed it to the sheep? Might as well give some to the sheep. Yeah, not much of a track, but you get to see more of the map this way. There is the bay. I always forget which stories I've told, and I've probably already told this story before. You know what, I should probably go left. But I used to have another YouTube channel back in 2007 or something. Long time ago. My first ever channel, which is now dead, obviously, because it was a failure. But I actually did. My first Farming Simulator video was a video unnarrated of FS09, so this map. And my only memory of it was doing a tour of that bay, which was kind of weird because why would you do a tour of a bay? There's nothing really to see. But it got quite a lot of views. It's my only video with, I don't know, 1,000 views or something, which at the time was really good. But yeah, that was my only successful video. I had a load of rubbish on there, but like I say, it's all gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was shut down by YouTube or if I shut it down. I think I deleted the videos and then due to inactivity it was shut down. I can't remember. But yeah, my first ever YouTube channel back in 07. The memories are rolling back in. But here we are today with my, I'd say fairly successful channel, Daggerwin. No, I couldn't be happier with the state of this channel. Really, it's more successful than I ever thought it was going to be. Incredible. That is another job done. Right, what we should probably do is take the drone up and just see what everybody's up to. I don't know what they're doing. We're going to have to see. Arcanella is sometimes called OSR. Forget it's called different in-game. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all talking about Orchid Rape and names and stuff. It's not OSR and put it into... Yeah. It is. It can be quite confusing because the game calls it canola, but then some people call it Orchid Rape. And then some people argue that it isn't Orchid Rape. And then other people argue that it is Orchid Rape, but it's a different sort of variety. Which is fairly accurate, I think. But no, without a doubt, it does cause a bit of confusion. What happened here? Weird. Anyway, there is some spraying in progress here. That is... Oh, great. How do you pronounce that? It's the Portuguese person. Teixeira? I'm not sure. That was probably highly embarrassing. Teixeira. Sorry, I'm not gonna even attempt to do it because I will probably just offend you. But there is somebody also in field number 28, and most people are in field number 3. So let's do a bit of teleporting. So first of all, over at the livestock market once again, there is a harvest happening, a bit of cultivating as well, carting obviously, with 2 trailers, but only 1 person. And yeah, things are just pretty much going well. Let's move on to the next place. And the next place is down in field number 28. That is a worker with the harvester, and the carter is Lansho. Yeah, it's going to be slow with this harvester. But at least we've got 2. And everybody else is in the yard. Yeah, that tractor, I don't think is going to pull that. Just let him know. Where's he gone? There he is. Tommy's Gaming, hello. Ross, do you want me to tip the extra grass at the sheep or start a silage clamp? Up to you, Ross. Yeah, I really don't mind about what everyone does on the server. You can make your own decisions, it's fine. So if you want to make a silage clamp, you can do. Providing it's in a pit, not just like in the middle of a field. That would be kind of weird. That is another forage wagon which we've got. I didn't realise we had 2. It's filling up fast. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here. So thank you to everybody who's in the server currently. And anybody who wants to join in the future, you can do, providing the server is online. There isn't really like a set time for it. It's just whenever I feel like it. But yeah, what was that? Dagger, how many episodes are you going to do on Wexcombe? 30 is going to be. So we've got about 5 left. But no, once again, just want to thank everybody for all the support over the last 2 years or so on my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. And honestly, without everybody subscribing, this channel would barely exist because it would just be me watching the videos. And honestly, I don't really like watching my own videos that much. So no, it means a great deal to me. Thank you so much. And I honestly do mean that. Yeah, it would just be nothing without the viewers. And I do get quite a bit of support from everybody. Anyway, yes, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.